prior life. As a college student, he fitted and showed sheep for several prominent breeders and then became the farm manager of Superior Farms, a Dorset sheep operation, before moving to the Macaulay flock. Evan is a proud graduate of Oklahoma State. Go Pokes! The most striking feature of the Jacob breed is its four horns, two of them vertical in the center, and two side horns that are curling along the side of the head. And it's spotted black and white fleeces. The Jacob is a very old breed of unknown origins. The first importations of Jacobs to the U.S. occurred in the early 1900s. Like its British counterpart, the American Jacob is a small, primitive breed valued for its unique features. Jacobs are categorized as threatened by the Livestock Conservancy.
Well, good morning here. Certainly a pleasure to be with you at the Big E for your Wool Week. Start off an awfully nice day here with a pair of Jacob Ram Lambs here that are just really nice. Wish we had a few more to sort against them. Bigger bodied ram here to start off with. Really a neat one when we put him into motion. He's got some substance to him. Maybe a little bit bigger in his bone work, and certainly when you get into his fleece, it's very uniform from front to rear. A little smaller package in second. Nice headed ram, and again, he's got quite a top shape in him. Ram that's very sound as we move him around the ring. That's a really nice pair. Congratulations on a nice entry here.
Placing on the Junior Ram Lamb class for the Jacob Show, first place goes to entry 1675, Craffey 740, Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts, that ram weighing 68. Second place to 1676, also Craffey 738, also Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts, that ram weighing 71 pounds. And in our pair of Ram Lamb class, first place to Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts.
Those are the only two rams we have. They'll be our champion reserve. Let's give them a big round of applause. They bring you a nice pair. Congratulations.
Champion Ram goes to the first place Junior Ram Lamb. Entry 1675, Crappy 740. Michaela Crappy, Winchendon, Massachusetts. The reserve champion was second in that Junior Ram Lamb class. 1676, Crappy 738. Also Michaela Crappy, Winchendon, Massachusetts. We are now ready for yearling ewes. Here's the first Jacob trivia question. At the 2002 Big E Jacob Show, Victoria Wiggins McPhee had both the champion and reserve champion ram and champion and reserve champion ewe. But who exhibited the champion and reserve champion ewes in the junior portion of the Jacob Show? And the answer to that trivia question about the champion and reserve champion ewes in the junior portion of the show was Rebecca Southwick of New Hampshire.
Really a nice set of yearling ewes as we move into the female portion of our Jacob Show here. I think a real easy one here to get on top just in terms of her movement. Maybe she's not the most ideal fleece one. I think that one comes into the second hole there, but really a big-bodied ewe that is very, very sound in motion. Maybe just has a tick more substance in terms of her groundwork and her bone work. Just a nice female when you get your hands on her. Nice-headed. I think that's a neat one there to lead off with. The next one, probably prefer her fleece just a little bit better, just maybe a little neater in how it's characteristic all the way through from front to rear. in motion. Maybe that one wants to get up in her spine just a little bit in terms of movement. Maybe like to just ease that down into her if we could. But she's certainly long and level. She's got a nice appearance about her front end, and again, a nice head about her. Working to a couple smaller ones here. The third one, get your hands on that one. A lot of width and dimension in her. Her rib and body is extremely good. Maybe, again, just giving up some size and scale to those two ahead of her. And then we work into a smaller framed one here that's really nothing wrong with her structurally. Just like to have just a little more of her if we could. That's a nice class. Let's give them a big round of applause. Congratulations here.
Placing on the yearling U class, first place goes to entry 1680 Craffy, 621 650. Michaela Craffy, Winchendon, Massachusetts. That ewe weighing 94 pounds. Second place to 1679 Morgan Farm, 2420 Irene. Robert Paterni, Winchendon, Massachusetts. That ewe weighing 97 pounds. Third place to entry 1681 Michaela Craffy, Winchendon, Mass. That ewe weighing 95 pounds. And fourth to 1678 Robert Paterni, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Placing on the pair of yearling U class, first place goes to Michaela Craffy of Winchendon, Massachusetts. Second place to Robert Paterni, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Now ready for junior ewe lambs. Trivia question number 2 for the Jacobs. At the 2023 Big E show for the Jacobs, Rebecca Southwick of New Hampshire had the junior show champion ram and junior ram lamb. What was the name of that ram lamb?
Really a nice pair of junior ewe lambs, excuse me, here. Really a very high-end one here to lead off with. That one is structurally really good. And then get into her fleece is very beautiful. Got a lot of character to it, a lot of color variation working through it from front to rear. And just an awfully neat one there to lead off with. The baby lamb that comes into second just simply needs more days to get around that first one, but a nice pair in terms of just structural correctness. Let's give them a round of applause on a nice congratulations.
And the answer to that trivia question was Crazy Train. Placing on the junior ewe lamb class for the Jacobs, first place goes to entry 1683, Crappy 739. Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 58 pounds. Second place to 1684, Craffey 741. Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 42 pounds. Placing on the pair of ewe lambs, first place goes to Michaela Crappy of Winchendon, Massachusetts.
Well, ringside as we get back out here for our champion and reserve, Jacob Ewe. Let's put our hands together. There wasn't many numbers here, but these guys brought you a nice set. They're deserving of a big round of applause. I think just a great set of females here to sort through. For me, the little late ewe lamb or the spring ewe lamb, junior ewe lamb, whatever we want to call her there, I think is just awfully good just in terms of build and her fleece. She'll be our champion today, and then we'll come back and get that yearling ewe for reserve. Let's, again, give them a big round of applause on a nice pair. Congratulations here.
Open show champion ewe for the Jacob Show goes to entry number 1683, Crappy 739 out of the junior ewe lamb class, Michaela Crappy of Winchendon, Massachusetts. The reserve champion came from our yearling ewe class, entry 1680, Crappy 621-650, also Michaela Crappy, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Next class is Best Fleeced. We'll do Exhibitor's Flock, Breeder's Flock, Get of Sire, and then Best Fleeced. So we're now ready for Exhibitor's Flock, please. Placing on exhibitor's flock for the Jacob Show, first place to Michaela Craffey of Winchendon, Massachusetts. Placing on the breeder's flock, first place also to Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Now ready for Get of Sire. We do want to recognize the young lady that's been helping handing out ribbons and will help us probably the most part of the Wool Week. This is Zoe Amons of Vermont. She's the national junior runner-up in the Miss Agriculture USA contest. Zoe and that contest promotes advocacy, so she's an advocate for agriculture. Placing on the Get of Sire class, first place goes to Michaela Craffey of Winchendon, Massachusetts. We are now ready for Best Fleeced Jacob. Best Fleeced Animal of the show came out of the Junior Ewe Lamb class, our grand champion ewe. Entry 1638, Craffey, 739, Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Our premier exhibitor and premier breeder awards both go to Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts. That does conclude our Jacob show. We'll be back a little later whenever we start with our Shetland show at 1:30.